Hello, good day. Once again, this is Ivan Timzsabas. As I mentioned in my earlier introduction video last February, you can call me Ivan, or as of now, you can call me Tim. And this will be a follow-up video regarding my short introduction. I'm very sorry I didn't manage to do my challenge like doing yoga asana and reducing my rice. But in February, I managed to do some exercises like doing my yoga asanas, particularly the salute to the sun sequence, and I managed to reduce my rice. And luckily at that time when I managed to do my follow-up cholesterol and blood sugar lab test, unfortunately it managed to, what do you call that, decrease the amount on my blood. But I don't know right now, this June, because when last March, when when Manila is under the enhanced community quarantine, and I'm working at home, I managed to binge eating and I didn't do some exercise. But right now, hopefully, I managed to start, particularly tomorrow. Tomorrow, promise, I will try to do some exercises. But this week, last Monday, I already started again to reduce my rice intake. I measure my rice intake as 1 cup. And beside as a follow-up for my previous video or introduction, this video is I will tell some interesting things about me. Okay? Because this is not scripted, pardon me. I'm still not good in speaking, and one of the reason why I'm trying to do this video is to practice my English speaking skills. Hopefully, it will improve as time goes by. And as of now, I still didn't think what content I will be making. But as of now, I will try to do videos and talk about my stories. And interesting things about me. First, I'm a shy and awkward person when if I first meet the person or meet some person or people on some events, I usually don't talk too much unless I will be acquainted to them, then establish some rapport. When it's time that I upgraded the level of that person to my friend list on my point of view, I don't know them if they consider me as a friend, but when I consider them as a friend, I will just talk about myself. Mhm. And I love reading. When I'm younger, I like reading books, particularly on reading about investment. One of my favorite author is Robert Kiyosaki, The Rich Dad and Poor Dad, and other books. I also love reading some classic books like Tom Sawyer, Alice in the Wonderland, the two stories of Alice, and a lot more classic. And right now, I usually read some self-help books about exercises and some plant-based or vegetarian-based food or cooking book. And as I mentioned that I love cooking, that I read cooking books. I also love to cook food and try to experiment. Particularly, I love to cook some plant-based food like tofu and experiment on it. Plus the pastas. I really love it and love eating as usual. I have a sweet tooth, but right now, my body is 31 years old and my cholesterol and sugar level is almost above the limit, so I need to minimize my sugar intake, my sweet tooth. So sad. And as I mentioned that I love reading currently to lessen my distress, and other factors that make me sad due to the COVID-19 situation. I usually read fan fiction. If you don't know fan fictions, those are stories written by the fans of those fiction like Harry Potter, what other book? Harry Potter, Aragon, and other TV shows, the fans make up a story and they written it based on their creative juices and what other scenario that they would like. And besides that, I love reading translated Chinese writings, particularly the wuxia and xianxia genre. And another interesting things about me, because I love reading books. I love reading books regarding, or not only books, but articles regarding philosophy, spiritual, mystical, and what do you call it? Spiritual, mystical, and religious writings that can enhance my knowledge. So weird, diba? And other, what other like? I love watching this and other series or just video in the YouTube and TikTok. And ano pa? Wala akong maisip. So pardon me if I speak Filipino or Tagalog because my native language is Filipino, but I will try to practice myself into speaking English. And another thing is, because this video is not scripted, it's what first things come with my mind, that things that I will talk to, okay? And maybe in the future I will, as I mentioned earlier, I will do some videos talking about my stories. And take note, those stories are based on my own point of view and what I think regarding what happened in my life. I had lots and lots of stories. Usually I tell those stories with my friends, but as time goes by, I notice that because I usually don't go outside or go to malls or to my friends, I really neglected some of my relationships. So now, as what date today? It's July 5. Oh, July 5. I will try to improve myself, not only chatting or rekindling my relationship with my friends, families, relatives, and others. Okay, I will do this. I'm telling this some interesting things, not only to do this video, but hopefully it will help me to improve myself, to stay motivated, inspired. Okay, I'm really shy. This video is so awkward. I'm not very fluent in talking at the camera. Oh, by the way, I'm filming this video using my phone, cam, so it's not very good. And I really don't have mic, so I'm using my earphones. So the video and the sound quality will not be good. Another things about me is that, like, as I mentioned earlier, the challenge, I like to read about yoga asana and how to do it. And when I'm in college, I usually practice my yoga asana. But right now, I didn't practice my yoga asana exercise. I also do about weights downstairs in our house and dumbbells to do some practice instead of going to gym. But because I'm too lazy and usually procrastinating and still lying at my bed instead of doing things. So now I will try to improve myself. So another things, what things? I love drinking coffee, especially unsweetened coffee, the black coffee, or unsweetened chocolate, then with sweet bread or biscuits. I really love it. Those bitter. And when I'm younger, previously when I'm young, I love to travel around to some province, maybe tour around in just a day in different towns. But right now, as I grow older, I really I'm turning into lazy and sorry, can't pronounce. Pro, procast. Hmm, can't pronounce it. Sorry. Okay, and maybe that's all. Maybe in the future I will summarize 25 things about me. I will revise this video or uh, follow-up video for this improved version. But that's all. And if you have a question or suggestion on what video I can make in the future, it will be a really good help to me. And one another reason also to follow up. Another reason why I'm doing it, as we are in the community quarantine because of COVID-19, I will, this is a part to relieve my stress or distress regarding this our situation, and hopefully the COVID-19 situation, hopefully it will improve, and and hopefully medicine and vaccine will be discovered in the future, so we could control it. Okay, and oh, by the way, another thing that just entered on my mind, I usually meditate with, not only meditate as breathing, but I usually meditate by thinking things or introspecting things what happened in my life and what lesson I've learned. Then as I'm doing mantra meditation, is I'm chanting some mantras. Oh, and interesting things, I use this is called a japa bead or mala bead. It's used to count my, when I'm reciting mantra. It's one of my tools when I'm doing meditation besides praying when I'm in stress. And I do it not only when I'm stressed, also when I'm happy, I meditate and I pray. And what more? What more I can say? Hmm. Okay, if you have, as I mentioned earlier, if you have suggestion, comment, you can send me in the comment section, or you can send link for any videos that will help me improve on how I make this vlog. I will also do some research and some video also. Okay, and that's all. Bye.